Did you know that it takes anywhere from 20 to 30 years for a sea turtle to reach its full sexual maturity? And once it does reach that sexual maturity, they return to the same exact beach where they were born to nest again. However, only one, it is estimated that only 1 in 1,000 will even make it to that sexual maturity. And this is according to the NOAA's National Ocean Service and Sea Turtles, an article done in 2015 called The Amazing Ocean Travelers. Right? And that's just 0.1% of them that make it. So today I'm going to inform you about the incredible journey of a sea turtle from the nest to the ocean and then back again. Right? Their navigation abilities, and then discuss some conservation efforts as well that we can help protect these ancient creatures and their habitats. The journey, right? These sea turtles travel thousands of miles, some of them. They've been around for over 100 million years, predating dinosaurs and even outliving them, right? Sea turtles, they have these like low streamlined shells and these powerful limbs that allow them to swim great distances and then crawl up dunes and um, bury their nest and or you know, dig their nest and then bury their hatchlings. Um, these sea turtles travel thousands of miles between foraging and then nesting. And you wonder why, right? But the leatherbacks specifically, they forage in these temperate waters where there's higher availability of gelatinous zooplankton or jellyfish. And according to the biology of sea turtles, volume 3 by Jeanette Weineken and some of her colleagues, they found that the body weight of a leatherback sea turtle was a third more in northern waters than it was when they weighed the turtle in the tropical area where they were nesting. And they wondered why. Well, it come to find out, they consumed 261 lion mane jellyfish in just one day. That's 73% of their body weight. It's pretty incredible. And but you ever wonder how they managed to find their way back to the nest 30 years later? Well, this is something called natal homing. Natal homing is the um, ability to return to the nest in the same geographic area from which they originated. Right, and the first indication of this was from a tagging effort done by the legendary Archie Carr back in the 1950s and 60s, and so they found that these sea turtles they migrate great distances, and they wondered why, right? Well, it's can't come to find out that it was like a suitable area for them to reproduce, right? They found that okay, we have a higher likelihood of our offspring surviving. So this requires specific conditions such as sandy beaches, temperature conditions, and this is for incubation, as well as like low predator populations and then access to ocean currents, which makes our area, like Melbourne beaches, just like a prime nesting location. Sea turtles have sensory abilities that allow them to detect Earth's magnetic field, and this is a process called geomagnetic imprinting, which is just incredible. It helps guide them along their natural migratory routes, right? So they can actually um, navigate by field magnetic um, detection, which is just incredible. But if their navigation system is so advanced, why are these sea turtle populations still declining? Well, sea turtles once roamed the oceans by the millions, but over the last few centuries, the demand for turtle meat, their eggs, their leather, their oil, all these, they dramatically declined their numbers. Black markets, they continue to do so. Right, and according to the National Save the Sea Turtle Foundation, leatherback turtle populations in the Pacific have dropped by more than 80% in recent years, and this is due to like poaching and bycatch, a lot of it. Um, and then also obviously as you can see this picture here, pollution, plastic pollution, and they drown in shrimp troughs and fishing nets. So um, these baby sea turtles also get very distracted by shorter wavelength lights, so white lights, and that's why there's been a large implementation of restaurants and other docks and beach homes to use red light, which is a longer wavelength, which doesn't distract them as much and lead them astray. So all these sea turtles are actually protected by federal and state laws, right? And some international treaties as well. But so these are some of the actions that can help support the continuation of these ancient travelers, right? For future generations to come. Um, Beach cleanups, get involved in community education efforts, things like that. So that's just kind of what I wanted to share with you. Is just this journey, this incredible journey that these three turtles they travel great distances to ensure that their youth and their young survive. Their navigation abilities and geomagnetic imprinting, and just some conservation efforts that keep this journey going. Right, and the journey of a sea turtle is miraculous, from fighting their way from the nest to the ocean, traveling thousands of miles and returning the same beaches. These ancient creatures have called our shores home long before us. By safeguarding these nesting grounds today, we ensure that generations to come, our children's children, right, will one day stand on the same beaches and witness the wonder of new life emerging from the sand.